Hi, I'm Jackie, designer and sewist at Travelling Thread Co. Let's create some shirt pockets together. For this step, make sure you've transferred the pattern markings for positioning your pocket onto your fabric. Press each pocket with wrong sides facing up towards the wrong side of the fabric, 1.2 centimeters or a half inch from the edge. Start with the lower pocket edges and then move to the pocket sides. I've print matched with this fabric to create a premium finish, which is something you might also want to consider. It can really add to the quality finish of a garment, and adding luxe touches is a favourite perk of sewing our own clothing. There's just so much room for creativity, and we've really enjoyed sewing up our Marais in so many different fabrics and prints. Unfold all the pressed edges and fold the top of the pocket at the notches, wrong sides together, and press. Next, we'll need to flip our pocket so that we have the right side facing up. Fold the pocket top back onto itself at the notches. Press again to hold the fold nicely in place while sewing. We'll now need to place a pin 1.2 centimeters or a half inch from each edge. Take your pockets to the sewing machine and stitch from the top edge of your pocket to the folded edge. Remember to backstitch at both ends to hold your stitching in place nicely. You'll need to repeat this step for both sides of each pocket. Snip both top edges at an angle. This helps to reduce the bulk, and turn the pocket top through, pressing to neaten those edges. Next, we'll be edge stitching the folded top into place. I like to place a pin where my stitching will go to help guide when I place it under the presser foot. A friendly reminder here is that we prefer to have the folded piece wrong side up to easily see where we're sewing, ensuring a clean line. It's important that your bobbin thread matches your top thread. Using the presser foot as a guide, stitch ever so slightly close to the edge of the pocket top fold. Because we've pressed the pocket at each stage, the fold will be nice and easy to follow as you edge stitch. Edge stitch carefully along the top pocket fold. Repeat these steps for the second pocket. Now let's position our pockets to align with the pattern markings on the shirt fronts. Pin these into place. Mark a point 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch in from each top pocket edge. We'll be starting from the stitch line and sewing to the marked point using the pivot method to sew around the pocket. Starting at the top pocket, stitch line 2 millimeters in. Stitch up at an angle towards the marked point. Stop 2 millimeters from the folded pocket edge. Leave your needle lowered into the fabric. Using the pivot method, lift the presser foot, turn your fabric, lower the presser foot, and continue to stitch along the top of your pocket towards the outer edge. Stop 2 millimeters from the top pocket edge. You'll notice that I use the hand wheel for more precision on these smaller corners. A learning curve here is that pivoting techniques for corners are an important skill. To pivot on a sewing machine, always leave your needle in the fabric to keep the stitch in place. You may need to use the hand wheel to lower the needle into the fabric. Lifting the presser foot, you can then confidently turn or pivot your fabric to change the direction of your stitch line. Remember then to lower the presser foot before you continue to sew. Continue to pivot and edge stitch the rest of your pocket. As you near the final top corner, remember it's optional to back tack to strengthen the top corners of your pockets. You can do this by simply back stitching to the marked point and forward again. Stop 2 millimeters from the folded pocket edge at the top of the opposite corner to the one that you started. Pivot to stitch along the top of your pocket towards the centre and stop at the marked point. Pivot to finish at the top pocket stitch line 2mm in, backstitching to secure. Repeat for both pockets on each shirt front. We hope you enjoyed sewing along with us in this pocket tutorial.